Okay, welcome to the final part of the Hitman Purist walkthrough, stealth of course, and this first part really is just practice. It's hard to really explain how to do it. You just follow the mark of what I'm trying to do in the exact same time frame. You should be able to get through it quite simply. Take that brick off the start and lob the brick over in the corner. It's not really that important, but make sure you hug the cover right where I did, just so you don't get spotted in the back there, and make your way down to this cover here. Now, yeah, that's really just a lot of practice. That first bit took me a while to get it right. There probably is other ways. Realistically, your goal is to get to this statue as quickly as you can. That guard right in front of us, the one that we lured out here, is based on like a set timer, so when you walk around that area he will come out. Other than that he doesn't, so don't be too worried about that. You're always going to have to probably throw that brick to dodge him. Okay, so don't worry about him there. The gauge here is, if you look over to the right there's a guy that walks behind the tombstone. As soon as he does, that's the guy, the gauge of when to take him down. Now as soon as you drop him, pick him up briefly and drag him backwards towards the corner. When you do, then change the costume and you should be safe to just dump him in the wood chipper just there. It's interesting, if you do turn that on, you actually shred him and you see body, or pieces of body coming out of that thing, but I was just trying to avoid that, of course. So yeah, now we just play a lot of waiting. There are 3 guards that patrol down the middle of the map here. They are basically the timer, or the way we are going to gauge when to move. Now they move from the top, basically where we started, all the way down to the bottom near the gate where we exit. We are waiting for them to, as you can see there, they're coming from the left of screen now. They're about to come past. So they're basically going to get down to the bottom just there, and when they turn around to come back up, that's when we basically start moving. So you can see them walking down there. When they do, just so you know, this is based on a lot of time. Like, most of the guards actually have set routes. It doesn't start when you move near them, they just always do it. So it would be in your best interest to follow exactly the way I do this, pretty much at the exact time that I do it as well. It would help a lot, because it is quite difficult and you will probably get frustrated with it, even with the guide telling you what to do. Okay, so as you can see down there, they are starting to walk back. When they do, look to your right and you should have a guard just there. Wait for him to turn. As he does turn, just move straight ahead here and sit in this little crevice, and basically we are just waiting for this guard right in front of us to turn around. When he does, get ready to move right now and walk in between these 2 tombstones, and you should be safe. Don't worry about that guy talking, he's just questioning why I'm crouching around. But now, as soon as you get in that corner, you want to move back a little bit and sit in the corner there. But as soon as you see that guy turn, you should just casually do a little bit of running here. It would help a lot if you run, but just jump in the wood chipper again. Now that's a millimeter or millisecond kind of thing, but just jump straight out when he walks past you and subdue him when he's at that wall. Okay, so once you subdue him, grab him quickly and drag him back as quick as you can, and try to drag him behind this planter box as best as you can, as to avoid the guy on the left on that staircase, the 3 guys that eventually come down, and then the guy on the right. Now you could just leave the body there, it wouldn't matter. If you didn't want the score, you could just leave the body there and escape. Basically what you're waiting for is the guy on the left that's up on the staircase. You want him to turn around, and then you watch the guy on the right. As you can see there, you watch that guy on the right, he eventually will walk back the other way, as you can see. And instead of dragging the body like you did here, you could easily just go up to the door to the right and pick it. but because I wanted to do it for the score, obviously I dumped the body, and now I just wait for the same thing again. Okay, so as you can see here, he's about to turn to his left. As he does, now we watch to the right. That guy will come back and watch in the middle. Now all we're going to do is wait for him to turn around and walk back the way he came. As he does, just run to the exit and pick the lock. And that is the end of probably the most challenging part to sneak through, in my opinion. Okay, so this part, once again, this is all time based. If you can follow me as best as you can, that would be in the best interest. It makes it so much more easy to complete. Now just watch that guy right in front of you, sit on that corner. As soon as he turns, start running. Okay, so just keep running. You should be fine, given that you have the disguise. They can't hear you running. Get inside that door there and just keep running. Go a little wide there to avoid being spotted if that can happen. And now just as soon as you get past him, just use your instinct to walk past and into here. Stop using that and just basically walk up here, up the staircase, and just hug the left wall as you go through, and then hug the right wall as you go there, and sit on that crate there. You should be fairly safe at this point. Just so you know, this isn't really a fluky kind of thing. I've done this pretty much. I've done this like about 5 times in a row. So it's not it should work for you if you follow it to a T. Anyway, now with the researcher's outfit, you are basically impervious to being spotted. The only person that can spot you is that other researcher, which is just there. Now, him and the other researcher and Jade pretty much walk around everywhere together, pretty close, so it can be hard to assassinate her. But with the standing in this corner here with the brick that you acquired before, you just want to wait for Jade to walk away a little bit. Pretty much, once again, they're all fairly regulation kind of routes that they walk. They do walk them fairly often, but just throw it in the corner, the right corner, pretty much as far as you can, and that will make him walk over there to check it out. That will buy you the time you need to crush Jade with the coffin on the crane. So pretty much now this is just another waiting game. We have to wait for Jade to walk back.
Long hours are making me lose concentration.
What's the hold up, Jade?
Crane malfunction.
Okay, so
Running in a minute.
yeah, basically just wait here.
You
You just want to avoid being spotted by that guy now. He will eventually walk away, so if you just stand here you should be safe. You can watch him leave out of the left side of your screen.
And what am I, bait?
Okay, so just wait for their little cheerful banter to end. I get a little bit restless here and move across to the left just to check where he is, but never fear, he will come out, there's no doubt about that. So as you can see him walking up there, obviously once again be careful not to be spotted, and now you can just go there and stand at the crane and wait for Jade to walk at you. Okay, so she should be on her way any time now. Standing me up for a date. There she is. And now she'll just casually walk down and be crushed by the top of that lid. Okay, so just wait till she gets about there. Press the button. Bang. She dead. Funnily enough, they don't know I did it. At this point I wasn't quite sure where to exit. trying to find it, but Purist does not allow you to do that. So yeah, basically you walk out here, you can walk out the other way, any way will work. Just avoid being spotted by him. He should be about there, so don't run down the cave entrance just there. But as I realised where the exit was, yeah, just run there pretty much. Here I went a little bit wild. I actually picked the lock and thought I got spotted, but it was just her. But be careful that the guy that patrols that area isn't there, otherwise you'll be in a bit of trouble. Anyway, the last bit, easiest bit, pretty much the same as any difficulty. There's only 3 enemies to kill. Obviously you don't need to hide the bodies as I do, but I do because I'm cool. Anyway, basically just move up around that way and jump up on the ledge, equip your fibre wire at your earliest convenience, and basically just wait for him to walk past that statue. Now if you do happen to want to take these guys out, yeah, if you do want to take these guys out and dump the bodies, just wait for him to walk over here. And that will be the shortest distance that you can drag him to dump the body in that closet of sorts. Okay, so now basically just I ran here, so you can actually do that if you want as well. That will alert him to that area. Just basically wait for him to walk around there and jump over. Once you do that, then you should safely be able to walk around behind him, and once again the same kind of idea, just stalk him until he gets close enough that it's not annoying to drag him the whole way. As you see, he stops about there, so we'll just drop him there and drag him to the dump spot, and that leaves one more Praetorian to kill in the end of the game. Yeah, we're going to get the evidence on the way again. Obviously it's pretty easy to do because it's just in the middle of the open and there's no one around to stop you. But as you see, we just walk around here, grab the evidence off that crate. Be careful, there is a trip mine on there, so use your instinct to monitor that, and just so you don't walk into it. It's on the left side. Now we pretty much can just come over here in the middle and sit down. Be careful you don't get spotted. The Praetorians have pretty amazing eyesight, so if you do get in their line for even a split second, they'll spot you. So yeah, basically just wait here, let him do his little route. He will walk to the left and then come back. Okay, so basically we're just going to stalk this last guy, take him out, and that will be the end. Alright, so basically just wait until he walks through that gate of sorts. Once he does that, just crouch behind here. He will just keep walking. We can just stalk him a little bit more. Just walk and follow the path that he takes. That will help avoid the trip mine, which is right there, and there's one actually behind us as well. Obviously just wait until he gets pretty close to that door, and once he does, that just gives us an easy dump to get the extra points. And basically come back the way you came. That will just use your instinct, as I do here, to avoid being blown up, or not necessarily blown up. Sometimes you can avoid it, but yeah, anyway, just walk straight ahead and grab the explosive and plant it on the door to finish the game. Okay, so that pretty much concludes my Purist playthrough. I'm sure there are some better methods for doing certain missions. These are the ones that I could come up with at notice. I ended up finishing with quite a few first place scores on the leaderboards because of these runs, so I can suggest that a lot of these runs are pretty good, but in time I'm sure some people will come back and do better ones. It's been a pleasure doing this kind of thing. for people. It's always nice to help out. I'm sure some people just will get too frustrated. I know I did. But yeah, thanks for watching, whoever does, and yeah, I would just, that's about it. Oh yeah, if there's any requests, I mean, I normally can. I like to think of myself as a fairly good gamer. I can do games on the hardest difficulties fairly easily. So if there is any games that you would recommend me do, I'd be happy to do them. Obviously, it takes a while with the uploading, but yeah,
Thank you.
I'd definitely be happy doing those. So to all of you, take care and have a good evening, as it is evening here at the moment. Goodbye.